This is an extraordinarily realistic sci-fi film that doesn't use green screens even once throughout its entire runtime. It presents audiences with authentic settings, creating a breathtaking worldview. Set 50 years in the future, the apocalypse has arrived. Humanity is divided into two rigidly stratified classes. The wealthy live in comfortable castles, while the poor can only struggle to survive among ruins. To stay alive, a girl named Annie must venture into the swamps with just a knife, relying on luck. Following a robot's guidance, she successfully finds a mutated potato. She carefully places it in her bag. This will be her and her father's food for the entire day. Just as she's about to leave, a bug suddenly appears on the back of her hand. It's a new species never seen before. Annie decides to take it back for further study. She traverses through dense jungle and navigates past aggressive plants in the yard before finally reaching home. Since her father is bedridden and unable to eat, she must blend the potato into liquid, pour it into a bag, and connect it to a makeshift respirator to sustain his life. After settling her father, Annie eagerly heads out again. She crosses a sewage ditch and arrives at an abandoned building. Pulling open a broken wooden panel, she crawls inside. The corridor is filled with countless mutated plants. After opening a sealed space, she finds a laboratory equipped with various instruments and even containing the remains of her deceased mother. As usual, Annie sets down her belongings and reports the day's discoveries to her mother. She then places the special bug into a container. When she pours in an unknown liquid, a miracle occurs. The bug's glow instantly dissipates as it gradually returns to normal. Suddenly, a loud crash comes from outside. Sensing trouble, Annie rushes home, only to find all the defensive plants in the yard dead. Everything in the house has been ransacked. And worse, the power system has been damaged, causing her father's respirator to malfunction. Left with no choice, Annie seeks help from her father's brother, Jack, hoping he can save her father. A woman lies on the ground, her leg crushed by metal scaffolding, crying out in agony. The surrounding villagers remain indifferent. The farm owner steps forward and hands a knife to a boy, demanding he finish off the woman himself. The woman turns her head, desperately pleading with the boy. Seeing his hesitation, Jack tells everyone that the woman isn't truly human, but an android created by humans. Hearing this, the boy doesn't hesitate and ends the woman's life. This is the rule of this world. The poor receive no resources here. The only option is to trade children's blood with the wealthy living in the castle. To save her father, Annie goes to her Uncle Jack's place, prepared to exchange her own blood for power resources. But Jack goes back on his word, throwing her out after extracting her blood. Desperate to save her father, Annie doesn't leave, but instead sneaks into the backyard. Passing through barbed wire and using an aircraft as cover, she slips into a room filled with various equipment and even plant seeds. Annie seizes the opportunity to take a few. On her way home, an aircraft roars overhead, trailing black smoke as it rapidly descends. Without stopping, Annie turns and heads home. With the power resources secured, the respirator finally returns to normal operation.